A-E-1 source.
Hey, I'm Vicky Casis, and I'm a music producer and a DJ. Just listen to all different types of tracks from Prince and Hendrix and beyond, and would just kind of imitate what they were doing. And that really helped me just become a stronger drummer and learn and practice how to do things. Shout out to Valentina. That's my baby love. Everyone calls her Baby V. We love you. Whatever she likes, I'm here to support. I'm here for it. I'm here for the journey. Yeah. And this is at Sometime Somewhere AT1 Radio. Yeah, so I grew up in Port Charlotte, Florida, and then moved to Orlando, Florida. And as a kid, I was just, surrounded by so much different music. Shout out to my mom, because my mom had so many dope records and just different genres of music. And, we just always had that growing up, just from Jimi Hendrix to Earth, Wind & Fire to Prince, to Jeff Beck to, it's just a variety. It's insane. I think so with me and my siblings kind of just hearing all that and getting inspired by music, it definitely shaped us into being these creatives that we are today. I started out as a drummer at 5. And my mom, she actually told me, that I used to beat on pots and pans all the time. And I guess she just decided, let me buy you a drum set. And my brother already was playing guitar and doing his thing. So once I got my drum set, me and my brother Marcus would just vibe out and just jam out and, just listen to all different types of tracks from Prince and Hendrix and beyond, and would just kind of imitate what they were doing. And that really helped me just become a stronger drummer and learn and practice how to do things. And then that led all the way up. I played drums all the way from when I was 5 all the way up into high school. And in between all of that, like in middle school, we had a middle school choir and I was the drummer. In high school, I played drums for like the steel pan band that they had. And I loved it. But then I got into music production. And then from there, that kind of shaped me into the person I am. Yeah. So as far as getting into music production, a friend of ours, Peter Panic, shout out to Peter Panic. He had a studio in Brooklyn, like in Flatbush. And, my brother Marcus, he was doing session work for him. So he would, be playing guitar on different tracks that he was producing. And Peter, he's produced for Jay-Z. He produced Regrets on Reasonable Doubt and has produced for all different types of different artists. But he had all this equipment that I guess he wanted to give away. And he was like, hey, you guys want to take it? I'm not doing anything with it. You guys can have it. So we were like, yeah, sure. Why not? Right. And then, shortly after that, my brother, he actually went on tour. He went to Europe for the first time. So I was left with stuff. I was left with equipment. And one of the pieces of equipment that I had was this Dell computer. And on the software that was on there was Reason 3. So prior to all this, my brother, he was always like, why don't you produce? You should like make some beats or something like that. I don't know, try it. I was always saying, no, I don't really want to do it. So I was like, all right, let me try it. So I would pencil in, each note, each, snare, kick or whatever and make these beats. And when he got back from tour, which was probably after a couple of months, I gave him a beat tape that I had full of beats. And he was like, what is this? And I was like, yeah, these are all these beats that I made. He was like, see, I told you could make beats. And he was just like, this is crazy. You got to keep doing it. And I never stopped. Yeah, at the time, I was just like, this is really cool. But now as an adult, I'm like, that was life changing. You know what I mean? And it just shows him doing that just made me think like anybody that's coming up, if they wanted anything or something like that, then you got to pass it along because you don't know what that's going to do for a person or how that'll shape or just anything. I think just being a positive influence on people, especially, younger people is very important because you don't know what that does. Even any little thing you do, just me, when I do beat sets or DJ or anything like that, you don't know who's watching, you know what I mean? And you don't know, the kids that are coming up, they're saying, oh, wow, if she could do that, then, I could do that. So just being a positive influence, that meant a lot. But as a kid, I was just like, this is pretty cool. Like, I didn't think anything of it, but now I'm like, that meant a lot. Yeah, doing radio. So that was when I went to college. So that was in 2010. I went to Kingsborough Community College. No, I didn't graduate. Unfortunately, I didn't because I just got fed up with school and I was just like, nah, I'm done. And math was kicking my ass. But while I was there, I had a great time doing radio. So they had a radio station at Kingsborough called 90.3 WKRB, and I believe it's still active till this day. And it was actually an EDM station, but they would have students have their own shows, and it's more open. So like, of course you have to come correct and let them know what type of show you're doing and what it's going to be based on and stuff like that. But it could be open, so you can have whatever type of genre you wanted to play, or if it wanted to be like a talk show, whatever. So me and my friend Anthony, we had a radio show called Black Noise, and with Black Noise, we would talk about pop culture, hot topics, but also play like just rare hip hop music that you don't hear normally on the radio. So I curated the music, so I would play, this was 2010, so all the new Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick was coming out around that time, was Khalifa, Currency, Mac Miller, all that stuff I would be playing and curating. So it was great. I loved it. We would air every week, and it would be something new and something cool like every time, and we would have guests come on also and have different independent artists come on and promote their project and stuff like that, and it was really cool. While in college and then even after that, I was still creating music. I wasn't DJing yet, but still creating, making beats and producing for different, independent artists and stuff like that. But I was not performing. I was just too shy. I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. You know what I mean? But then it wasn't until I would say closer to a little bit before the pandemic, where a friend of mine, Filthy Drummond, who's a producer, he had a thing called Global Beat Cypher, where he would have all these different producers from all over the globe, from the States to different countries, come on Zoom, download a sample pack, chop up beats, and then we all would play it on Zoom. So from there, we had a community of producers just and built a friendship with all these dope people. And I would perform and do my, little beat sets virtually though. So my first official beat set was at Donut Lounge, and Donut Lounge is just a cool organization where they just highlight producers from all over the city. And then even if there's producers that aren't from the city but that are visiting New York, then they're more than welcome also to come and do beat sets and stuff like that. And it's cool. It's it's like in this arcade spot, and it's a crowd of people. Like, it's a small spot, but everybody comes out and it makes it like really tight and full. And everyone just vibes out, rocks out. There's just beats, producers doing stuff. They got the projector with like the images in the back. It's really dope. So that was my first time doing the actual beat set, and people loved it. And then from there, I'm like, okay, this ain't that bad. So now I do beat sets like it's nothing. But then I got into DJing, I'd say about like 4 or 5 years ago. And it's funny because now that I think about it, from doing 90.3 WKRB and like coordinating, all these different songs and making playlists and stuff like that, that actually I was technically DJing, but not like DJing. So that was kind of like an early start now that I think about it. But as far as DJing now, live, in front of crowds and stuff like that, I love it. Like, I love like feeding off the energy of the people, and kind of just being that sound selector and kind of setting the vibe, setting the tone for whatever space I'm in. And I've like DJed all different things, from New York Fashion Week events to I DJed on Broadway. I DJed for WNBA championship. So a lot of different things I've DJed for, and it's a journey. I think DJing can take you to just so many different rooms and different places, and you get to meet and come across a lot of great people from doing that. So I love it. I did that was about, I want to say 2 years ago. They had it was a Broadway show called The Collaboration, and it was about John Basquiat and Andy Warhol and their collaboration of what they did, right? So this was at the I want to say it was the Vic Theater in the city, and it went on. I did that for a couple of months. So I was the understudy DJ. So my friend Theoretic, she was the main DJ, but there was certain nights that she couldn't do. So I would come in and spin. And basically how it starts, when people come in, they had it set where the DJ is spinning. And this has never happened before. I don't think I've seen a DJ spinning at a Broadway show ever. So I think this is the first one. I could be right, I could be wrong, I don't know. But while the crowd and everyone's coming in, we're spinning straight 80s. So basically, director of the show, Kwame, I can't get his last name. I can't remember his last name, but Kwame. He wanted it to be like an 80s party vibe when the attendees would come in. So he wanted Madonna, Prince, all these different popular 80s tunes to be playing while they're coming in. And then also during, when they have a break, then I come back in, spin, do the thing, and then then we go back into it. So it was a whole, like, from the set, the cast, everything was just brilliant. It was really, really cool. And it started in London, but then they brought it here to New York for Broadway. So it was pretty cool. Shout out to Valentina. That's my baby love. Everyone calls her Baby V. We love you. Like now, well, even now she's singing, and that's started this month where she's just singing. So she'll sing her ABCs, Itsy Bitsy Spider. But now she's making up her own stuff too. So I'm like, I don't know. Is she going to be a singer-songwriter? We don't know. But prior to that, she was beating her hands on the tables and doing so. But she also, her favorite genre as of right now is house music. So she's vibing to house music. So when I'm like spinning and like practicing and playing some house, a little deep house and stuff like that, she's just like, sometimes she fist bumps. Yeah. A rave baby. Yeah. A rave baby. Yep. She gets down. So she's great. I think being able to have a child that's that loves music and that might potentially, might be a musician. We don't know. Right now, I think just watching her discover stuff, even like I've had her watch like Prince concerts and Michael Jackson concerts on YouTube and stuff like that, and seeing her like vibe out and just seeing what she likes too. Because even like I'll play something and she's like, like she doesn't like it. Like, so seeing what she likes and what she doesn't like, what she's into, it's a beautiful thing to see. It's just, I love it. And I know everyone says you have a musical family, so it's bound to happen for her to be into music. But whatever she likes, I'm here to support. Yeah, because she might, as she get older, she might not be too crazy about music like that. She might love it, but she might not want to like perform or do it. And that's fine. That's what you don't have to. It's okay. You do what you love to do. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the journey. Yeah.
AE1 Short.
At Sometimes Somewhere is produced by Audio-Technica for AT1 Radio. It is recorded at AT1 Studio at Technica House, New York. Follow AT1 Radio and Audio-Technica USA on all social media platforms. Thanks for listening.